Yes?
So the traffic of the mind actually does get slower, or is just still going on somewhere, but we just not, the attention is more in here as opposed to.
Both is there. She was asking whether the mind is getting slower or whether we are just getting less distracted by the mind.
And interested in it, less interested.
Right. But the mind seems to be so strong because we are so interested in all the stuff that we are thinking all the time. And if you slowly get more interested into being and less interested in all those thoughts, then the mind will gradually also calm down. You may have periods where it's getting quite easy. Your mind is getting calmer, and then maybe periods again where it's going there. Don't get upset about it. Don't think that you did something wrong. It just happens like this. So many influences are there that influencing you, the stars, the people around you, the whole human mind. I mean, ultimately you are connected with everything that is. Everything is connected with everything. But as long as we are appearing in a human form, we are specially connected on the mental level with the whole rest of humanity. And so that mental sphere of humanity is something formidable. And it's going like that. So you're swimming in the midst of that all the time, and naturally the temptation is tremendous to always go into it and then contribute our own our own little part to it. And if we have never tried to detach, then it seems not possible, but just start, and then gradually it's getting easier. And if we are not more so interested in all that we are thinking, naturally our own thoughts will slowly reduce. It's not so much that you have to forcibly try to control your mind. It is an approach, but I wouldn't recommend it as a general approach. Because you can control with a lot of will, with a lot of force. The moment you let go of the will, it comes. And it's a hell of a struggle. Believe me, I know. Because I tried for a long time. Control. Just turn the attention away and relax. And then if that interest is not there, if you're not feeding it all the time, the thoughts will calm down by themselves. Still that human mental sphere will be there. But you can become aware of that and not join into it. But in order to be capable of doing so, you have to learn to become aware what's going on through the mind. Most of the people have not a clue what they are thinking the whole day long. It just goes on, ramba, left, right, up, down, to. It doesn't make any sense what goes through those minds. It's just
Crazy stuff.
And then have a good look what's going on and learn, find ways to detach from it, not control it. Detach. You can, for little moments, you can try. Stop! But then redirect the attention. Don't try to be in that will thing. But you, for a moment, you, with your will, can tell yourself, no, enough, I've repeated the same stuff now 120 times, it's enough. No, but then turn your attention around and bring it somehow to that sense of
к
presence
этому ощущению присутствия
and relax.
и расслабляйтесь.
Relax, relax,
Ну,
relax.
расслабляйтесь.
You know, without certain thoughts, I would not even claim that I'm interested in them. But obviously, on some level, I am, or maybe it's just by the habit, because it's like, what are you doing here? You know, we've discussed it already so many times, or rehashed.
I mean, there is not something basically, intrinsically wrong with thinking.
Нет ничего неправильного в том, чтобы думать.
We have that capacity as humans to form consciousness into reasonable thoughts.
Оформлять сознание.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful.
В этом нет ничего плохого.
It's a way that the self is expressing
Это
itself
один из способов выражения себя.
creatively. But it should be a tool that is being used where it's appropriate and then put aside where it's not appropriate. And somehow some mistake has happened on the way, that instead of it being a tool on its own level, where it's to be used where it's appropriate, we learned to use that all the time, and then it becomes the boss. And it's there going on all the time, and then we think we are helplessly driven by what we are thinking about. It's not that thinking as such is wrong. It's simply that we have let the thoughts go so totally unchecked for such a long time that after that it's like that thinking thing is like another entity. It's not. We are feeding it with our interest, with our being interested in it. And then it's going in that self-image, that ego image that we have created. Once this ego image is established, then the thoughts anyhow circle always there, round and round and round. From the moment one wakes up till we go to sleep, me, I, me, I, me, and it goes on and on and on. And we are so interested in it that it seems to be so real, so solid. But it's simply that we recreate it by thinking all the time. When you start to step out of it, then you stop feeding it all the time. And then gradually there may be moments where it's simply not there. Even if you didn't try at that moment, that suddenly you feel yourself at ease, at peace. Don't know where it's come from. It's simply there. You wonder why you are not functioning all the time like this. And then the mind comes again, and there we go again, and there we wonder, oh, what did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong, it's just the old habit is too strong and takes over. And instead of beating yourself up and think that I had it and I lost it again, better have the attitude, thank you very much for that moment of grace. At least it gives you a pointer in the direction, how you could function, how it could be. It's not that we have to somehow struggle and then somehow break through the barriers, break through a cosmic thing. Just learn to be at ease, at peace. Consciousness left in peace naturally is expansive. If we don't disturb it, the experience of that will start to unfold and unfold and unfold, and there is no end to it. It's not that eventually it makes click and there you have it packed in all. It continues and there's no limit to it, there's no end to it. Just learn not to disturb the natural expansiveness of consciousness by always thinking, by always creating this mental tension simultaneously. I want to go left, simultaneously I want to go right. And with all the concerns, what is happening to my family, what is happening there, what is happening here, what are they thinking about me, and am I capable of doing this and that. All these thoughts, they are creating like a barrier. This consciousness is squeezed in that little bubble where we are functioning, and naturally we are not happy because consciousness naturally wants to expand. And so being squeezed in that little bubble, we always feel something is missing, something is not right, something is no good. We are not happy about it. And then we make the mistake of trying to find happiness by running after so many things. And the little moment it seems it works, but then it goes again, and we want something else, because deep down everybody knows our natural state is to be completely happy, joyous, not the perpetual ecstasy. Ecstasy is an experience, it comes, has a peak, it goes. But a peaceful joyousness of existence is naturally there, it needs not be created. We just have to learn not to disturb it all the time. And if we learn to get rooted in that and function from that level and leave it in peace, then the experience of that will start to unfold and unfold all by itself. It's not that we have to break through something, it's that we have to bring the attention home, come home and relax and leave it at peace. For heaven's sake!